What's doing, YouTube people? Jimmy C. It's been a while. Had a lot of things going on. Most of you know from Instagram. I just had a baby boy last week. Came in an 8.5 pounder. We named him Milo. Thank you. So now, double trouble in the house. We're just adjusting, but he's happy, healthy, all's well. So let's kick it off. I picked up a few things over the last month or so. I just got a little backdrop. I got Electro suiting up. This is from New Avengers #1. David Finch. I'm just gonna have that as the backdrop. Couple of books. I've been buying books like weekly, bi-weekly, following a few stories. I've gotten caught up. I hate it because these books are $4 or $5 a piece. Makes me crazy. Just got issue 5 of Orphanage. I'm gonna drop this one though. It's basically Walking Dead without zombies. The premise is the adults all died or vanished, and kids had to raise themselves, and all the kids are in their early 20s now, grown up, and they're still all younger kids. And there's factions, and it takes place in Georgia too. It's basically post-apocalyptic. They're learning to live again and form societies, except there's no zombies. And oddly enough, the main bad guys are called the church. Do they ever give the Christians a break? I'd love to see if they named the bad group the Muslims or the mosque. Let's see how much uproar there'd be. So I gave it a shot, or even the Buddhists. Make the Buddhists the bad guys. It's always got to be the Christians. It's ridiculous. But anyway, it's never mind that. Annoys me. It's just getting boring. If I want to read, there's so many post-apocalyptic books anyway out there. A great one. Oh man, I've been loving this. Daredevil. Who says you need cosmic powers, a cape, shoot eye beams? Daredevil's been such a good book. It's a little slow, but it's such good character storytelling, and he's just coping with life. And does he want to be Daredevil? Doesn't he? Back and forth, but it's been pretty good and entertaining. I think this is one of the good ones. It reminds me of the show, kind of. This one is another good one. Punisher. I think it's ending though next issue, and then they're gonna reboot it, of course. But it's been a good read. I like Baron Zemo. He's always been a fun character. I love Thunderbolts, and he was just recently reintroduced back in the mix. He's been mixing it up with Punisher. I was on the fence and didn't buy this, but then I read a bunch of reviews, and everybody said this was great, and it really is. I don't like Mark Waid, but the guy writes pretty well. I gotta give credit where it's due. If you love Marvel or you grew up reading Marvel, you have to get it. I just read issue 1. This is issue 1, the second print. I didn't care. I just wanted it to get it. It goes through everything, and I think it's a 6-part series. I'm so excited to read issue 2. Came out last week, and I don't know. I think it's a great one. It's like if there was no internet, you'd be grabbing this to thumb through an encyclopedia. What happened? This one just wrapped up. I liked it. It was a fun read. I don't want to spoil it, but it wrapped up pretty fast. But I like how the guy who was just the bad guy is actually, I think, the main villain, and the main villain wasn't really the main villain. And I think it's gonna start over as something or else, or it's gonna be it's gonna morph into a new series, maybe 2 of them. But I don't know. It was fun. Good read. All good characters. They worked well. I'd love to get the cover. Speaking of Finch, this is a sweet cover to own. Nice placement. It's a pin-up, but it's an awesome pin-up because Finch did it. Last but not least, for reviews. I know, it's weird. I never review books. Not like I give an in-depth synopsis, but just see things I love Deceased. I love all the what-if scenarios. So this is an offshoot of the main Deceased book. This is A Good Day to Die. It deals with Miracle Man and Big Barda, so I'm all about it. Any zombie or the Plague books and stuff I like this because it's not as serious as Marvel Zombies. There's some funny parts, but it's a more serious book. That's why I like it. Marvel Zombies is good, but I like that this has its own definitive character. All right, on to stuff I bought. I got this too. I was a sucker. I got to get one of them just because it's 300. So I said, let me go. Of all books to do this cover swipe, this is the one that deserves it the most. But this cover's been so played out over and over. There's so many enough already. This is one of the only guys since he created it who should be doing it, and I thought it was a cool cover. Let me just get it. I know they probably made like 1 million of them, so it'll never be worth anything. But some things you're just compelled to buy. Last but not least, pickups. I got this. It's anything Trump is pretty cool. If they're not like making fun of him, I'll buy it. I didn't read it. I don't think they're making fun of him in this one. One Punch Man, Trump Punch Man, and then this was a coloring book. They had it on sale. And I thumbed through it, and each page has got like different cover swipes of like Marvel, images, and they superimposed these two guys on it. So this is pretty cool. God, imagine I could get both Hillary and Trump to sign that one day. That would be amazing. Probably never happen. All the celebration one night, I celebrated too much, and I was seeing triple. And of course, I turned on stupid Facebook, and I was just started bidding. I don't know why I bid on this. I honestly, after the next morning, I woke up. I'm like, shit, I won something, and I just paid the guy. I didn't even know. I didn't even remember what it was. I didn't want to ask him. And stupid, I don't know, it was that egg Fu Manchu egg. I thought it was like a super high copy because I'm like in my head, why would I bid on this dumb shit? And then it turned out to be like a VGF. So I don't know, wasted $30. Meanwhile, I could have got it on eBay for like 15 to 20. But what are you gonna do? You live and learn. Thank God it doesn't happen too much. This, I totally knew what I was doing. I won this on eBay. I love this book. I think, like Eternals, nobody cared about Eternals for the longest. I used to pick them up for $1 to $5. First Witch Boy, this is a book that could explode. It's a 40-year-old book. Buy it now while it's $10, $15. Look at what Eternals is, a $800-900 book. It's insanity. Anyway, I got this. I won it. I paid $53 shipped. It looked like a 9.4, and I got it. Black covers, and it pretty much is. There's only like 2 color breaks. So if I sent it in, I would get a 9.4, but I was looking at prices, and you could get like an 8.5 on eBay now for like, I don't know, under $100, so it's not worth sending it in. Shipping, unless I had a stack of books and I didn't care, but to even a 9.4, it's, if the book ever exploded, I'd send it in. Otherwise, I don't think there's point. You gotta send in books, the juice is worth the squeeze. If it's not worth it. Oh, and it came with this. I don't know what the hell. Certificate of Authenticity, even though it's a raw book. Hilltop Pedigree Collection. Not a Hilltop. Isn't that Maggie's place? This book is from Walking Dead. Anyway, I thought it was nice. And the guy actually shipped it, like, amazing. It was, like, the nicest, most professional shipping I've ever experienced with eBay. But, I don't know. I got this stupid piece of paper. Not that it means anything. Ooh, embossed foil. Must be legit. The book's real, that's all that matters. I don't care what collection it's from. And last but not least, dun 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 dun. This I wanted the day it came out. But, I'm not one for autographs, and I even wanted this. I'm like, when the hell will I ever get to see this guy get that book graded? And I couldn't. It's got to come out of the plastic. I said, screw it. I'm a kid of the 80s, and I'm like, wow, that's a pretty cool book. I'm not one for autographs. I'm not one for photo covers. But sometimes you mix the right ingredients, and it's like, you can't say that's not an awesome book. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, to wait online. If he actually did show up at a convention to where I was at, first you got to pay to go to the convention. Then you got to wait online. His line, God knows how long that would be, 3 hours. You got to pay him probably $100, if not more. You got to pay for the book. So I'm like, all in. I did the math. I actually I thought it was a lowball offer. They wanted $500 for the book, and that's what it was like trending at on eBay, like $450 to $5. I'm like, fuck it, let me put in $385, and they accepted it right away. I was happy but mad at the same time. I'm like, yes, fuck, I could have got it cheaper probably, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm not gonna back out, so I just paid them, and I'm like, screw it. I always kind of wanted it, and like I just said previously, the amount of money it would take to get this, and then you could buy it and send it in and do everything, and still you might not pull a 9.8. It's worth a couple of extra bucks if you like it. I bought it to keep it, so I don't care. He's up there in age too, you know what I mean? But this is an awesome book. And I think that's it. Jimmy C signing off. I hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to keep it under 10 minutes, and I popped up on a few auctions. Thank you, Big Cat, and thank you, Big Ease. I did them a couple of weeks before the kid's birth. We had some fun, and hopefully I'll be on one of them shortly. I got to find some stuff to sell, though. I've run out. I need diapers and baby formula. All right, I'm rambling. Jimmy C out. Have a good one.